Welcome back to Dave's Kitchen. I was just over in my kombucha corner and we noticed that the date on my kefir is the 7th and it's now the 10th, so which is 3 days. Normally we do a 2-day ferment. 3 days is good too. The other thing, I have a nice aroma coming from my kefir. So we're going to check him out. So he's doing really good. And so, always let your nose be your guide in the kitchen. It smells good, that's a great sign. If it smells off, alright, take a minute to hang back and check it out. So this is a new batch of kefir ready to go. Well, it's the first stage has been completed, and then the second stage can begin. We will be recharging this after. That'll be a new batch beginning, really, where you have the kefir and the coconut water. So these guys were started the same day that this was charged, so they're the 7th too. That means they've had about 48 hours as a first stage, and then the second stage, the flavoring stage, they're here. These are ready to drink, we just need to chill them down. So if you remember our last episode, we did our 5 flavors, and you know, we have the reddish ones and we have the yellowish ones. I don't know which one's which. Oh, hang on, we have labels. So we have grape. That is cocoa pineapple. This is apple, and they're all cocoa something. Apple. This is blueberry. This is beet. Now they didn't explode in the 3 days they've been sitting here because the caps weren't on super tight. You know, they just barely tight at all. Okay, so that lets the excess gas escape, which is what you want. But now they go in the fridge, so I'm just going to turn those on. You know, and I could sip those and taste those right now, but I have confidence. So those go in the fridge. And, you know, I have another one here that's already in the fridge. That's a drinking one. Now, like we might have mentioned before, I'll just put those aside for now. They'll be going in the fridge. They still keep brewing in the fridge. So here's another one. Okay. This is a beet. It's got effervescence, it's got flavor. So, as you know, when you go and buy kombucha or kefir in the store, you know, they're sitting on the store shelf for days, maybe a week, and they're still okay. Because the fermentation process is also a preserving process. Okay, and that's actually how, in the olden times, they would preserve things, is by doing fermentation. So back in the Egyptian days, they used to make bread, a bunch of bread, but it doesn't keep for very long. So how do you store your bread in times of abundance? You make beer. Beer is liquid bread that stores for a long time. Okay, so now we have kefir, and we have a refrigerator, so we can do it all. Okay, so those guys are over here, ready to go in the fridge. I have my ready to drink. These will be ready to drink as soon as we chill them down. And over the next days, they'll get more of a sophisticated profile, flavor profile. So they will change in their character, like a good bottle of wine or something. Okay, we've also got a kombucha back here, patiently waiting for our attention. And she's going to get a big drink of tea later. We'll do that one. Okay, so now let's do this guy. Okay, so you've seen this process before, but let's just go through it real quick. And it's not rocket science. I have my jug here. I have my strainer, my rubber spatula. And generally we don't want to use metallic implements here with that. In fact, you've seen me mixing the flavors, so to keep this video short, I'm just going to show you how we exchange the kefir water out and with the new water in, so we haven't shown you that part of the process. Okay, take my lid off. Okay, so my little guy here, he's got the grains at the bottom, but he's also got like a little SCOBY going at the top. I think that's pretty cool. I'm just going to rinse that with fresh water, just in case this dust or a little fly landed on there when I wasn't looking. I can do that. Okay, so carefully, I'm just going to tip that in there. Oop, plop goes the mother there. This is really cloudy, and there's got a little coating on the inside of this jar here. I'm not going to change that. It's like the wine barrels. You don't wash out a wine barrel with soap and water, do you? You just put new wine in it. Okay, so I'm going to get this living material back in here. I'm just going to use my little scraper there. Slops right back in. Okay, so I have my cloudy mix, first stage mix, ready to be mixed with my little bottles and my flavors. Okay, which you've seen. And then I'm just going to recharge this guy. Now, if you can get fresh coconuts, more power to you. But we're not quite up to that stage now, so we're going to go. And why am I filtering it back in? Well, it's just only because I want to get my material off the strainer here, my bacteria, as much as possible, so I'm recovering as much. You lose a little bit every time, but the plan is it outgrows, it reproduces at a rate faster than you're going to lose it. Okay. Now, be careful when you're buying coconut water, because you want something that is sustainably sourced, preferably locally sourced coconuts, because apparently in third world countries, and I've seen a documentary on this, they do exploit monkeys. They have monkey slaves that go up to get the coconuts. And I heard a statistic, something like 90% of the world's coconuts are harvested by monkeys because they're so efficient. And it's really sad, so you can go look for that monkey documentary yourself and see if that's true. Alright, so do we have any open containers? Not really. Okay, so. Okay, slightly different brand. Non-GMO verified, but that doesn't mean it wasn't picked by monkeys. Okay, we'll check into that more later. Okay, so this takes about 1.5 of these. And ultimately I could go for a bigger container as my kefir grows, and I'll get more and more quantity. And now I'm just going to tip this a little bit around the sides just so that the living material washes back down so it stays wet and hydrated. Oh, that's all I need to do there, so I've got a little bit more than half. There. Okay, my lid goes back on. Okay, my little paper gasket. Still good, good for another round. My mesh top. And lightly screw it on. I don't know why I lightly screw it on, but I do. And that is ready to go. I just need to change the date. There. 7th. Okay, we're the 10th now. Great. That goes back in the corner. Give it another round. This guy will get made into more flavored drinks for the round 2 fermentation. We've got these guys over here ready to go in the fridge, and we've got a real production line going. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed our Dave's Kitchen. Aloha.